Hello everyone, welcome to another lovely episode from JayFx. On today's episode, we're going into Malaysian SNR. So this is the first official recording for Malaysian SNR mentorship, and this is episode 1. What I'm going to be giving you guys today is going to be introduction to Malaysian SNR, how I studied the method, how I got to know the method, and basically um, what can create SNR method, or what do we know as Malaysian SNR from the original support and resistance. And pardon me when I say S and R, which is written SNR, I'm referring to support and resistance. So this is going to be the shortcut for support and resistance. So when you hear me use S and R, we say support and resistance. And then in day trading, everybody understands support and resistance as break and retest, looking at specific consolidations like this and looking at price breaking out of them and giving a retest. So this is the traditional support and resistance method we know. But when we look into Malaysian SNR, when we talk about SNR in the Malaysian style, which Malaysian traders believe that there's a certain way you can identify support and resistance method using candlesticks. So this is what I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do, not how to do this one. This one on my screen is something everybody can learn on baby peeps. But Malaysian SNR is a unique style, a style that was developed by Malaysian traders, or let's say first used by Malaysian traders. What I'm calling the new support and resistance method. To me, it's new because it's nothing new compared to smart money concepts. So if you're a smart money concept trader, you know smart money concept, this is going to be very interesting for you. I'm not the first person to invent this. I'm only teaching this as something that I have learned online and something that I've been able to apply on my own markets, on my own trades, on my own setups. So you can take these ideas and use them on your own and see what you can develop with them. Now, let me show you guys an example of what we'll talk about a support. And when we talk about a support or a support and resistance in Malaysian SNR, we have to understand that there are three different things you have to know. One, you have to know your candlestick formation from the body to the wick. As you can see, each candle, let me zoom in. Each candle has a body and has a wick. So when you look at your candlesticks, you have to know how to identify the body and the wick. So I believe that everybody knows what we call body of the candle and the wick of the candle. This is very important in Malaysian SNR. Secondly, you have to know the difference between line charts and candlestick charts. This is going to be very, very important in the beginning of the video, which is what we're doing now. And then it's going to be very, very important during the course of trying to identify support and resistance zone with confluence. So line charts are being used as confluence on support and resistance traders. On episode 2, we'll discuss more on that. On episode 1, I just want to make you understand what support and resistance are in terms of Malaysian traders. So when we know line charts, we know candlesticks. These are two different types of data presentation. Data presentation can be done as a statistical method to use to grab information about a certain market price or a certain asset. So this particular asset or this particular price we're looking at gold. As you can see, gold spot USDT dollar, weekly time frame, Rwanda broker. If you have questions concerning what I'm trying to teach you, you can ask them in the comment section. I'm going to make this video short as possible so that you can be able to learn straight to what we came here for and what you're trying to do. Now, let me help you draw a traditional support. Now, I'm going to be using two formation, and I'm going to be telling you guys everything I know because I have been able to teach and mentor a few of my students privately who have applied for private mentorship. So using those particular skills and those particular experiences, what I'm trying to now give you a public mentorship that you on your own can go and analyze and trying to make this method work for yourself. A are what we use to identify support. V are what we use to identify resistance. So on Malaysian SNR, like I told you guys earlier, we have support and we have resistance. But these are not drawn the traditional way how we have um, um, break and retest from consolidation zones on maybe PIP support and resistance, or your original support and resistance before we have the new support and resistance. This I'm teaching you is what we call the new support and resistance. Now, when we say new is not something new because to SMC traders know about liquidity, we know about stop hunt, we know about breakup structure, we know about smart money concepts. That is why we are called institutional traders. But to a traditional support and resistance trader, you don't really know about most of those things. You just know about consolidation, break and retest, trend line. Trend line is also going to be useful at the cause of this particular method, but that will be on in the future episodes. For this episode one, I'm going to just teach you how to identify support and how to identify resistance. So A and V is what we'll be using on the line chart. Anywhere you see an A like this is most likely a resistance. And whenever you see a V like this, is most likely a support. So this is a support, break, become resistance. Identify with the A shape and retest with the V shape. Now, I don't expect you to get all this in episode one. I'm just giving you insight to what support and resistance can give you. Like as you can see, this can give you a snipe entry. When you do something like this and then you know you're to target this. And then using smart money concept, you see this as another block, or you see this as a second resistance. Resistance one. Because if you use the line chart, you see that there was a V over there. Then support here. Then this resistance got broken. Retest became a support over here. And then this support got a retest on this newly formed resistance over here. And then this got a retest over here. So if you look at this, this can be, you can say, okay, let me use this for an entry and then use this resistance for my stop loss and then target the next support level, or maybe target 1 to 3R. Let's say 1 to 3R. And then when you use the line chart to understand what we're doing, you can see how snipe and how easy this looks. When you apply trend line, you have something like this. The trend line supported at these points. So this would be the first touch, second touch, and then price went up. Normally, we have the three-touch trend line. I'll teach you guys all this in future episodes. I'm just giving you guys insights to how Malaysian SNR can be used to take a trade. And this is what we call Malaysian SNR. As you can see, it's not looking like your traditional break and retest. It's looking like a different strategy. So I need you to follow up with the mentorship, follow up with other episodes so you can understand how I'm able to do this. What makes this trend line valid? How is this a support zone? How is this a support zone? And how was this price breaking and retesting? That if I was to take a trade, remember this is gold. We would have something like this. Using the wick for SL and targeting the first resistance, we have a 1-to-1 R on this trade and then a 1-to-3 on this one. Or we can target the second resistance, which price would have given us a 1-to-1 before giving us a break even. But this is all what support and resistance on the new support and resistance, Malaysian style support and resistance. This is what it can do. So this can be seen as a support zone, a resistance zone, sorry, newly formed. As we can see the body close. I remember I just taught you on line charts. I just gave you insight on how you can draw that online chart. On candlesticks, each A has two candlestick formation, a bullish and a bearish. So the close of the candlesticks, not the wick, using line charts to confirm it gives you your support or your resistance level. So the candle sell, buy, close, V-shape, resistance, buy, sell, close, V-shape, support, resistance. So a buy to sell candle on the close is known as the resistance. A sell to buy candle on the close is known as the support. Now, this is just episode 1. This is just me showing you an example. On episode 2, I'm going to be giving you breakdown to why we call it an A and V, and to also to give you some legendary insights to what liquidity, candlesticks, and what, according to the Malaysian traders, the unique style of how this market candle close can help us identify sections and to help us identify market position. The idea of support and resistance is to give you a trading level that you can be able to view the markets using line chart and candlesticks to identify key levels that you can trade on outside smart money concepts. Thank you for watching, and this will be all for episode 1. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.